it really saddens me that it had to come to this for MKK and Susan Emma.
You've disgraced me enough. All over the world, I have no reason to even want to see you.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Mezi, and this is the house of Mezi Chi, where we talk about everything and anything. So please feel free to leave your comments and your questions and your opinions in the comment section below. And yeah, let's get into it. So guys, some of you may have heard about the whole story around Emeka and his ex-wife Susan Emma's whole marital issues and whole messiness surrounding that. At the end of the day, I'm not here to talk about the divorce or the whole saga. I'm just focusing on some aspects of the whole situation today, which gets to me quite a bit. So for those of you who don't know the story, Emeka Ike is a top legendary Nollywood actor. He married this young beautiful woman called Susan Emma. So they got married in the year 2000. Susan filed for a divorce in the year 2015, which was finalized in 2017. So according to Susan, when she told Emeka that she had left the house and she'd moved out, he asked her if this is what she wanted. She said yes, and he told her to keep quiet about it. She shouldn't let it get out into the media because you know how the media can be. And she respectfully agreed and kept her mouth shut. But guess who comes out into the media to talk about his other half, Emeka? He comes out and he starts to talk about his wife, laying allegations on her, that she's filed for a divorce and she had ruined his life and she had caused him to be depressed and she had made away with his properties and all that stuff. I'm just, putting all the story together for you. So he kept going on and on about the whole thing, but all this time, Susan never came out to say a word about everything. She didn't come out to agree to what he said, and she didn't come out to refute anything that he said either. And she didn't come out to disagree with him. So Emeka comes out to promote a movie that he features in called Malaika, and it seems as if he played a similar role in the movie to his life story. And so in the interview, he talks about his wife again and how that impacted on his life and how she made away with his properties and how she caused him depression and how she did this and that to him. So basically, the same things that he said previously about her. So this time around, Susan Emma decided not to keep quiet about it, had an interview to obviously tell her own side of the story and refute everything that he said, basically. So this is just a summary of everything that's happened. Now, some things that Susan said in her interview really got to me, because recently I listened to another celebrity, Helen. She was a guest on this podcast, and she talks about her husband. And
when Femi married me, I couldn't even go to church with him. So my husband was going to House on the Rock. I was going to Kingswood. They asked me, where's my husband? He has gone to his church. Why are you not going to the same church? I didn't want that comparison. There's nothing I will wear that I will match Femi. Do you understand? And this foolish introduction thing. How far are you doing? Yeah, Femi has a good voice. Yeah, I'm fine. What do you do? I'm a lawyer. I work with marital, I'm the managing brand executive. Then what does she do? Comedian. Where I got that complex reach on our wedding day, as we're entering the church, the reception, I looked at him. He saw my face, said, Kiloshe. I said, please, if we last 2 years in this marriage, I have tried by myself. But if we last forever, that means God is the one at work.
She talks about him in such a pleasant manner, and it just kind of raised these questions for me, It raised all these questions for me. Why is it that some men are okay or comfortable with seeing their wives grow, seeing their wives do well, seeing their wives some of them do even better than them, And why is it that some men don't want their wives to do well or to do better than them or to excel in life? That doesn't make sense to me. Because from Susan Emma's interview, she mentioned that she met Emeka when she was 18 years old. Okay? And the reason why she came into his life was because she was almost as if she was looking for like a mentor, because she wanted to go into the acting industry, the movie industry, and she wanted to obviously pursue her modeling career. So she saw Emeka as someone that could guide her. And so she, almost as if she gave herself to him, hoping that he would guide her. But opposite was the case. Emeka discouraged her from going into or pursuing her acting career. He said to her that both of them couldn't be in the spotlight, that it wasn't going to be good for their relationship. Now, she wanted to pursue her modeling career, and Emeka discouraged that as well, stating all sorts of reasons. You need to watch the interview yourself.
Financial abuse, because I was not allowed to work. You understand?
He didn't allow you to work?
He didn't allow me to work. Actually, I wanted to be an actress. That's why I became his friend. I was modeling at that time. I just come out of secondary school. I was 18. And then I met him along the line, and I wanted to be, someone who would put me into the industry and all that. And he categorically told me that I wouldn't act because it would destroy our relationship. Because at that time we had gotten into a relationship, and he said he was planning to marry me, and the tabloids, then it was newspapers, so they would talk about him, talk about me, and it would break the relationship or the marriage,
So he told you not to become an actor because of the relationship?
Yes, he did say that. He even stopped my modeling career. In fact, I had been approached by an agency to be sponsored for Miss Nigeria at that time. This was 1999. He also refused. He said he couldn't handle me crying if I don't win, things like that. And I had to go back to the agency to say my family didn't want me to do it. And then I went to my family and said the agency dropped me just because I didn't know what to say to them, because he was saying, no, that I won't do it.
It gets to me because on the other hand, Helen Paul's husband, she talks about how he would say to her, even she felt unequal to him. She felt, she couldn't, meet up or match up with him, and she felt almost inferior to this man. But instead of this man capitalizing on that and obviously taking advantage of her, he kept encouraging her. He would say to her, oh, you're so intelligent, you're so smart, you should do this, you should do that, And even when people that she trusted would bring her down and talk to her husband, and even say to him, oh, even before they got married, and even say, oh, is this the woman you want to marry? Can you imagine that? Is that the woman you want to marry? Or she's not good enough for you? They would say that to him, that she wasn't good enough for him. She wasn't up to his class. Instead of listening to those people, this man supported his wife, encouraged his wife, motivated his wife, empowered his wife. And today, she's one of the most enviable celebrities out there. She has a master's. Now she's a PhD holder. And this is because she had a man who encouraged her, who pushed her, who saw the potential in her. At the end of the day, who benefits? Who benefits when your wife is doing well? Who benefits when the husband is doing well? I'm just saying this because I'm not just focusing on men or husbands here. Do you get me? Vice versa. Do you understand? Because you get some wives who don't want their husband to amount to anything as well. But focusing on these situations or these two scenarios, obviously it's got to do with the men being the ones empowering or the ones not empowering. Helen Paul's husband empowering and Emeka Ike not empowering. And we can see how these two relationships turned out. Do you get me? So it's heartbreaking. I understand. Obviously, some would argue that it depends. Obviously, it depends on who you're married to. Because don't get me wrong, some women, you know, sometimes some husbands don't encourage their wives as well because of the kind of women they are, or maybe because of what he's seen or her capabilities. In the sense of, you know how you get those women who start making money or start doing well, you understand, all these years they've had a husband who's provided for them, who has been there, who has, you understand, been a pillar, and then supported them. And then when they start making some money, it starts to get into their head. They start to feel like they're now the man of the house. The husband can't talk to them anymore. They're now what a man can do, a woman can do even better. They don't listen to him anymore. And even when he finds himself in a difficult situation, say he lost his finances or he lost his job or something happens, instead of being there to support him with their finances or their whatever it is that they have, they start to oppress him and look down on him. It makes me think, you know, so please, I don't know, help me out and tell me, comment in the comment section, tell me what the reasons are. Could that be a reason why some men don't want their wives to make it financially or to be empowered or to excel because they're scared of that getting into their head? Could it be that they are jealous? Because I know women can get jealous of each other, but I don't know about men getting jealous. But it could be a thing. You tell me, like, you know, guys, what do you think could cause that? Like, is it jealousy? Is it jealousy that will make a man to say to a woman, his wife, no, don't pursue your career, don't pursue this, don't pursue that? Is it jealousy? Is it inferiority complex? Because at the end of the day, she too is an individual. Yes, she has agreed to marry you, she has agreed for you guys to be a team and everything, but she was an individual before she met you. And at the end of the day, two is better than one. So why not encourage her to be the best that she can be? I'm focusing on men here because I'm of the opinion that the man is the head of the family. I'm of the opinion that a man leads and a woman supports, encourages, and she's there to be his backbone. I'm of that opinion. And I feel like we need more men, more secure men, secure in themselves, secure in their emotions. We need more men who can guide and protect and empower their women to do better for themselves. I'm of the opinion that we need more of those men. I'm of the opinion that we need more of Helen Paul's husband, who would push his wife to be the best that she can be. And I'm just trying to understand what would make a man not do that. What will make a man not support his wife? I'm just trying to understand. And if you have any ideas, if you have any opinions, if you have any understanding of this topic, please feel free to share your point of view, what you think about the whole situation. But it really saddens me that it had to come to this for MKK and Susan Emma. It's heartbreaking for them and for the kids involved as well. And the way the whole thing has, been played out by Emeka.
You've disgraced me enough. All over the world. I have no reason to even want to see you.
I feel like he could have done better. I feel like he could have controlled the situation better. I feel like he could have controlled the whole narrative a bit better than he did. He could have been a bit more protective of his family, but I don't feel like he was. I don't feel like he was protective of his family. And yeah, that's just my opinion. Thanks for staying with me, and I will see you in my next video. Please feel free to share, like, subscribe, and yeah, have a good evening.